Hey everybody, this is D Hunter, bringing another action figure review. Today, we're going to look at the NECA Ninja Turtles movie Tatsu. Now, Tatsu is pretty much the last remaining major character that we need from the first Turtle film to have a complete collection. Sure, they could do the Chief of Police or Danny's father, and I would buy the hell out of them, but I don't think they'll ever do those figures. I think the only other thing we might expect is a foot soldier with a Casey Jones head, but you can easily make that custom yourself. So this guy is either a Walmart exclusive, or he's a timed Walmart exclusive available later elsewhere. I'm not for sure. Usually on my lunch break at work, I go to Target, but today I went to Walmart, and I'm glad I did. There was one Tatsu just chilling right there. Now, a long time ago, NECA said they could not make a Tatsu figure. It was a hard no. They were unable to locate the actor and get permission to make a figure of him, but I guess they got that figured out. So let's take a look at the packaging. And as you can see, we have Tatsu's face here. Teenage Ninja Turtles, the movie logo, Tatsu. One side of the package, Tatsu, with some sort of Asian lettering. Other side, Ninja Turtles, Tatsu posed up, and in the back, here he is with a bunch of different accessories and display options. At the bottom, there's the barcode, if it happens to help anybody. This is one of NECA's ultimate figures. You can hear the Velcro as I open it up. On the inside flap, there's Tatsu posed up, and then here he is with all of his accessories. So with no further ado, let's open him up. Ninja, vanish! Alright, now that this figure out of the package, here he is with all the accessories laid out. He comes with 5 alternate hands, totaling 7 interchangeable hands, 2 heads, a fan, both open and closed, a foot soldier mask, a little devil mask, a large stick, and then a large sword. Before we take a look at all that, let's talk about and check out the figure. So this is Tatsu from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the 1990 film. He's pretty much the one who recruits and trains the foot soldiers, and he's Shredder's right-hand man. We weren't supposed to get a figure of this guy, at least it didn't seem possible, but I'm really happy we finally got him to complete the entire Turtle movie collection. So let's take a look. Start with his face here. It looks pretty good. He has that angry face, the mustache, the wrinkles between his nose and his mouth. They caught the likeness pretty nicely. Very short hair. He's got a cloth soft goods outfit, very big and baggy, just like the film. This part here is actually made of sort of plastic or rubber on the back. Has sort of the foot soldier logo. I noticed the figure himself actually utilizes a lot of the foot soldier parts, which I appreciate. Gives consistency. The foot soldier, Tatsu, Shredder, they all have the same feet and legs, the waist down. As a whole, I like him. He looks like he jumped straight out of the movie, and I'm really happy to add him to the Foot Clan. And a closer look at his face and head sculpt, and honestly, I think they nailed it. The expression, the mouth, the eyes, the short hair, it just screams Tatsu. And I just watched part of the movie last night. They really got his essence down pat, if you ask me. And here's the figure, broken down as far as he can go, with all of his removable parts detached. Now let's check out his accessories. Let's start off with his hands. He has a total of 7 hands, 4 right hands, and 3 left hands. Here's Tatsu with his first pair of hands. These are his fists. And here's his second pair of hands. These are some flat hands. Could be karate chopping, could be motioning for someone to stop, or motioning for them to come here. And then his next pair of hands. This is a pair of gripping hands for his weapons. And he has 1 additional right gripping hand with a larger grip. Now let's look at his heads. He has 2 of them. One with a sort of normal expression, but it's angry. And then one with an angrier expression, like he's fighting. Here he is with his first head. This one has the angry expression. And then his second head. This one has the angrier expression. Tatsu is pretty much angry all the time. No matter what he looks like, always looks mad. And then he has this devil mask. I believe it's called a Hanyo mask. It's a red devil. It's got gold horns, and it actually wraps around his face. Pretty cool that it's not just an alternate head to put on. Here's Tatsu wearing that mask. Now this is definitely not something he used in the first or second film. It's made up for the toy, unless maybe it's something for the third film. I haven't watched that thing since it first came out. He also comes with this little bunched up foot soldier mask. You can see the mesh eyes on the front there. Should be able to hold it from the bottom. This could be pretty cool if If you have a foot soldier, maybe you put a regular head on him, he could be holding this. Or if you have that Kino that's sort of training as a foot soldier, he could also be holding this. I've also done the unmasked Casey Jones head on a foot soldier, just as that part of the film. He could be holding it, so I could see them using this for several other things in the future. Here's Tatsu holding that foot mask. Now we have his fan. It's both shut, like this, or fold open like this. Has, I believe, some Japanese lettering. Here's Tatsu holding that fan. Then we have both his sword and his kendo stick. So this is a kendo stick. It's used for training purposes mostly. And we have the sword. The sword has its own little sheath. Pull it out. Looks to be a katana of sorts. Nice wrap and sculpted detail around the handle. And the sheath itself has this string that you could presumably tie around the figure and actually sort of holster it. Here's Tatsu holding that kendo stick. And here's Tatsu holding a sword. He can hold it with either one hand or with two. Now they've taken a pretty good look at the figure and his accessories. Let's check out his height. And as I recall in the film, he's not really a tall guy at all. From bottom to the top of his head, standing at about 6.7, maybe 6.8 inch tall, which can translate to around 17 centimeters. And for his articulation, starting with his head, of course, he can rotate side to side. He can look up, not much, but down a good amount. He can tilt his head from one side to the other. Shoulders on a ball joint goes up about 90 degrees, up, down, around, all that good stuff. Feels like no bicep cut there. Looks like a single jointed elbow underneath here. Goes up about 90 degrees with rotation. His wrist, that can rotate and it's going to be hinged. His torso feels like it's one solid piece, but we have a ball joint in the waist. Rotate around, forward and back. A little bit restricted from his clothing and the sort of plastic rubbery straps. Legs completely does the splits. There is rotation at the hip there. They go forward about that far, back not much. Looks like we have double jointed knees under there. They go all the way back. And then his ankle, forward and back, tilt, rock. Rotation is at the knee. Here's a look at Tatsu and a few of his foot soldiers. Here's a look at Tatsu and even more of the foot soldiers. Almost the whole clan. Then we have Tatsu, followed by his foot soldiers, with Shredder in the background leading the orders. Here's the warehouse. This is the foot soldiers' base. On top, it's where all the young sort of thugs and little punks are stealing everything and funding the foot soldiers. And beneath, Shredder is training his league. Those that are worthy may eventually join. Here's a look at a couple people training, possibly to enter the foot, and some of the younger members on the other side, playing cards, having fun. Now let's check them out. Next to some other action figures, starting off with some other Ninja Turtle movie figures. Here's Tatsu, next to the foot soldier from the first film, my favorite version. I got 8 of these foot soldiers from the first film. Ever since the original 4-pack that came with, I think, 2 foot soldiers, Splinter, and Shredder, I've wanted a Tatsu figure. I'm so happy to finally fill that gap in the collection. I believe 2 of these are from the initial 4-pack, and then 6 of them were from GameStop. And here's Tatsu, next to some Ninja Turtles 2 foot soldiers. These were from 2-packs and they were Walmart exclusives. They're 100% the same figure as the first movie foot soldier, but they have a little bit more of a faded look to them. I have 6 of these guys. Then, next to the fat, sloppy foot soldier, this is from the second film. This came in a 2-pack with Kino and a foot soldier. In the actual film, there were some fat, sloppy foot soldiers, just showing the sort of the demise of the Foot Clan, how they're getting more and more desperate. I like to use this NECA Blade Runner Jared Leto figure as a foot soldier with his mask off, and the mask accessory Tatsu comes with is perfect to make that happen. I might take that other head, the angrier Tatsu head, and put on one of these bodies. Tatsu would look pretty good training with Orokosaki and Hamato Yoshi. I love that 2-pack. Here's Tatsu next to Kino for the second film. This is when he's training for the foot soldier. And since I got 2 of those packs, did a head swap, and I can have a couple different random guys training in the foot soldier base. And speaking of Kino, Here he is, next to the regular version. And now, next to the first movie Shredder. This is such a good figure. It's awesome. The sculpt, paint job, the accessories. Yeah, it could be a little bit articulated, but it's just so damn good. It's aged very well, if you ask me. We have Shredder, his right-hand man, and the entire Foot Clan. Finally. Here he is, next to the Turtles 2 Shredder. Tatsu and him worked together in the second film. NECA made 3 different versions of the Super Shredder from the second Turtles film. I doubt Tatsu ever knew this happened. Here he is, next to Toka and Razor from the second film. He definitely interacted with them at least a little bit in the movie. Then, next to the actual Turtles. These are from the first film. I love these figures. They look so damn good. I didn't bother getting the ones from the second film because I figured I could use these for either display. Excellent, excellent figures. And now, here's Tatsu next to a couple versions of April O'Neil and Casey Jones from the film. And finally, here he is next to Splinter and Danny. They've given us pretty much all the characters that I could ever think they would do. I mean, yes, I would buy Danny's dad and the Chief Police and the lead punk that encountered April to be in the film, but I doubt they'll make those guys. I could see them doing maybe Casey Jones wearing a foot soldier outfit with both a masked and unmasked head. Now let's check him out. Next to some action figures from different various companies, so we can see how he fits in both scale and style-wise, in case you'll know which lines you can mix him with. Since he's a NECA figure, they're typically the 7-inch scale. I'm going to start off my comparisons with some of the larger action figure lines I collect. They work way smaller. But first, let's check him out with some of his NECA brothers. In front of you are 5 different action figure lines, all from NECA Toys, all 7-inch scale. And now, with some Jack-specific wrestling figures and some Diamond Select toys, here's Tatsu next to a bottle of Snapple apple juice. And here he is, with some McFarlane and DC Direct figures. Then, with both some Mattel and Jazzwares wrestling figures. And now, with some Mezco and Mattel DC figures. Next, with some Mafex and Hasbro Marvel Legends. And finally, with some SH Figure Arts and some Jazzwares Fortnite figures. So overall, this Tatsu figure is excellent. I think he looks great. His clothes, his face, very well done. His accessories are plentiful. His articulation might be a little bit limited in like the shoulders and the elbows, but I'm pretty pleased with it. Sculpt and paint job, very happy. Finally have the last figure to complete the 1990 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie collection. Yes, I would buy other stuff they would release, but I'm pretty sure they're done at this point, and I'm pretty content with the collection. If I were to rate this guy, easy 8 out of 10. Close to an 8.5, but I'd say he's going to settle on 8. I know we've given that rating a lot lately, but there's been a lot of good shit coming out. So this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you liked the video, press like below. If you have anything you want to say about the video, add to the comment section. If you want to see additional action figure reviews from me, press subscribe. I do appreciate when you do that. Once again, this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll talk to you guys real soon.